Scorpio, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your March monthly read for Scorpio placement Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's a general reading, folks, so if it's not resonating, it's just not your energy I'm picking up on today, I guess. So we're going to just ask the universe to give us some guidance, a general overall theme for the month for you, and then we'll do some clarifying cards. We're taking our first card from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and you have received number 7, Major Arcana, the Sage. Let me see if I can get a picture here without too much glare. Oh, there's so much glare. You see him? Yeah, too much glare, I guess. Hopefully you'll be able to see it okay. That's a little bit clearer. Sorry about that. The light has it was gray and now it's super bright. Let's see what we have for you. The Sage. Keywords and key phrases. Keywords: sharing, communication, knowledge, information, culture, tradition, advice, manipulation. Key phrases: be the storyteller, communicate your thoughts and feelings, know your audience, devote time to research and investigation, learn the traditions and customs of others, know your ancestors and heritage. Sage advice both given and received. There is no good time to give unsolicited advice. Question your traditional reactions and responses. Do not speak so much that you forget to listen. Be wary of the smooth talker. Do not embellish the truth. The sage in his glory is an enthralling character. He is a sagacious older man, one who is entertaining, expressive, knowledgeable, informative, and just a little mystical and wizard-like. He is a perceptive man, a storyteller at heart, who can read and move his audience with skill and ease. He is also just a little bit of a magician and a master communicator, and when the sage card appears in your reading, it represents the sharing of knowledge and communication. Philosophy, mythology, religion, culture, politics, history, science. There is not much that the sage does not love to learn about. He loves knowledge. When the sage appears in the present position, it represents sage advice both given and received, and the importance of knowing when to offer it and knowing when to heed it. We all embrace traditions in our lives. Our habits can and often do take on the form of traditional behavior. Tradition gives us consistency and foundation, but it can also build walls that we lock ourselves behind. Have you ever found yourself doing something, eating a particular food, using a particular turn of phrase or mannerism, or repeating a pattern of behavior, perhaps, because you've always done it that way, and you do it because it was something that your parents did, and they in turn did it because of their parents? These are traditions that are so ingrained that we are not aware of them on a conscious level. There are times when these traditions can be of benefit, as they serve to unite and bring families close. They are a reflection of who we are, our upbringing, and our likes. There are also times when these traditions can impede our growth, our learning, and our evolution, because we have taken on the prejudices and bad habits of a family line. So what I think we see here for you this month is a caution and a guidance that there may be some need for you to take good advice from others this month, but there may also be a need for you to be discerning in what you just accept as true, just because it's always been done that way, just because your family believes a certain thing. Is it true? Is it true for you? Do you find the authenticity in these habits, these patterns, these traditions? Do they fit your life presently? I'm going to ask for a couple clarifying cards, please, for Scorpio from the Starman deck. We got 3, and I will take all 3 for you. We have the 8 of Swords. So where are you keeping yourself tied up here? We have the Chariot. You have such energy now to direct and guide your path. And the Queen of Pentacles, this is a wonderful energy of support for the earth, of being comfortable in your physical form. I'm going to read you the catchphrases for each of these cards, each in the Starman Tarot, which is this one. Each of these cards has a sort of a phrase that goes with it. Eight of Swords. Sorry, I thought it was Wands. Swords. Eight of Swords. Explore the realm of constriction and how it frees you. Power of surrender. Freedom is a state of mind. Become a catalyst for transformation. This card is double-edged. The edge of restriction on the one side unleashes phenomenal power, and on the other side is about feeling powerless in yourself and in a situation, feeling that there are no possibilities. This feeling can be all-consuming. We are utterly bound and devoid of hope and unable to choose. We fall victim to whatever or whoever is imposing the restriction. So you should ask yourself, where you're discovering that the traditional way of your family or your culture doesn't sit well with you, do you feel powerless to change? Do you feel stuck, like there's nothing that you can do about it, that there's not a way for you to live a different life than the one that's been handed to you? That's something you'll need to address this month, I think, Scorpio. The Chariot card. I am confident that with discipline I will succeed. So there may be days when you feel it's hopeless, and then there are certainly going to be days when you feel you're in control. The Chariot. Take charge of your own destiny. Seize the moment and let the momentum carry you forward. Finish what you set into motion. Don't hesitate. You can do this. Chariot itself is part of a mechanism expressing the means by which humanity has sought to engineer and collaborate with nature. The symbolism on this card is described in detail here, but what I want to focus on more is the meaning. And this card ultimately signifies hard-won success. So where you put your mind to it, you will succeed. Whatever you have to complete, whatever the demands are that are put upon you, you will be able to rise to the task. Finish what you start, and if you're working with people, maintain balance and harmony by acknowledging people's needs and feelings while maintaining your control. We can consciously and creatively release frustration and engage in the power of positive self-talk, the mantra that will keep our wheels turning in the right direction. Although you must take people's needs and feelings into consideration, ultimately, you must take full responsibility for your words and deeds. So, at the end of the day, you're accountable for what you do, no matter how strong that influence of tradition and family may be upon you. Queen of Pentacles catchphrase, I love and nurture this great land of ours. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing yourself and the environment around you. Be open to the needs of others. Distribute the wealth you have equally among others. Channel your gifts to create new life. I don't think that just means money. I think the wealth of resource you have, your time, your attention. You're moved to take action. Despite considerable wealth and status, this queen is conscious of the precious opportunities and resources she can access in her daily life. She doesn't take them for granted for 1 minute, aware of her afforded privilege that many in the developing world don't have. She realizes wealth for all can only happen when we engage our collective political and social will to distribute fairly. Excuse me. You're being invited to connect with the natural abundance of nature that is your birthright and channel it beautifully into your life as a catalytic force. So what is this saying? I kind of feel like you may this month be facing some challenges because what you're becoming aware really is meaningful to you and right and just might be at odds with some of the stronger influences in your life. You have the power, although sometimes you seem it feels like you're powerless to change the way people are, the way life is. You do have the power and you have the resources. You have great privilege in your present position. Let's take some more clarifying cards from the Modern Witch Tarot. Let's see what else we have for you, Scorpio. Seven of Swords in reverse. You're not going to be hiding your truth anymore. You're not going to be avoiding the conflict to keep the peace. There's something happening in March that makes it really important for you to say how you feel, to stand up for the people that you care about, possibly to take on other people you care about in defense. They may be surprised by your opinion on certain matters. This Five of Pentacles in reverse, you're not feeling so alone anymore. You feel like you found your community, I think. You may have felt kind of alone in your position and your beliefs, but you're finding like-minded souls to speak with now, to work with. You are encouraged to find a middle path. You don't need to be belligerent about stating your present feelings and your positions on things. You can find some balance, and you can bring balance to other people as well, I think. There's a great generous spirit around you right now. You want to share your gifts with others, sort of mirroring that Queen of Pentacles card we had earlier. One last card for you here. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You may feel a little bit out of sorts here, like you don't have the skill set that you need to properly communicate your new views. But you'll get there, I think. It's just a matter of, I don't see this as a problem, it's just it's a feeling. This is new for you. You're finally going to be the one providing this sage advice to others, accepting your truth. You may be consulting others, other sages to get their guidance as well, and that might feel a little different for you, like it's not something that you have currently, experience in. You're the novice here. Your oracle card is number 4, past, present, and future. Try to get that without the flash so you can see. Read to you from the book on that. Number 4, integrating past, present, and future. We all arrive on this earth with a plan. We all have lessons to learn. In the process of learning these lessons, most of us will encounter experiences that will be labeled as bad. This labeling and duality we carry with us wherever we go is what we call our so-called baggage. When we let these labels direct our reaction to life and experiences in the present, or even project them into the future, we are working with a lower energy vibration. When you are able to integrate your lessons without labels, then you are free to remain in the present experience and enjoy that experience for what it truly is. You can then move forward into the future without expectations or agendas and be much more open to what will be for our highest and best. Let go of labels and judgments surrounding the situation. So it really feels, Scorpio, like March is a time when you start questioning assumptions, you start thinking for yourself, you start expressing your disagreement with certain positions that your family or your others in positions of power have about things, and you start really owning your own truth, and then you're able to share with others, and you're able to be quite a generous force to help bring fairness into the world. It's kind of a nice energy. It's it's about doing some work, and using your power for good. So you're kind of turning into a superhero, maybe. Not so bad, right, Scorpio? I hope you have a great March. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for letting me read for you. It's always a pleasure to do so. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And I hope you have a good March. We'll see you next month. Bye. Blessings.